Hey, do you remember seeing palm trees when they had the show Miami Vice? Yeah, I remember I used to run home at nights on Friday nights after the high school football games where I would work at, and I would go home and I would see the Miami Vice, Ricardo Tubbs, and Don Johnson. What was his name? I forget. So I want to clear up confusion. First of all, today is not the last day of a 55-day journey that we're on. One of my friends told me that they thought it was yesterday. They said, came up and said, "So, 55 ended today, huh?" And I said, "No." I said, "Well, that's what you said today. It's not ending. We hope to be going forward with stuff, but this is the last week of it, and hopefully you're digging into some of the things in the archives and that." I have to tell you that I try to be a pretty positive, upbeat kind of guy. But man, was it challenging today and yesterday. I don't know why there's so much stress around getting restarted and reignited in our businesses. It's just, I don't know. And I try to be a very, very positive person. But I'm just to show how the tools that we have work, a very discouraging day. Ended up going to church last night because we have a healing service. And went to church and felt a little bit better after the things I'd encountered during the day. Some discouragement, some highs, some anticipation. A lot of times it's the anticipation of where we're going to go next in this journey through this pandemic. As we change to the new normal, you got people who don't want to change. Maybe that's some of you out there. You don't want to change. You're fighting it. So I have this little book here that was given to me by a friend. And when I have trouble, what a blessing this book is. Because when I have trouble thinking of what to be thankful for in my gratitude journal, don't you know that I can open this to the day, and there is a verse or there is a story that compels me. And that's what happened last night. I'm actually going to open and read it to you very quickly. Let's see. Hold please, I'm going to put this down. I got to get here, I got it marked here. Let me just pull it up here. There we go. So, it says, deflect despair. Now, this is a book that has anecdotes in it from Billy Graham. It says, there's a story about Martin Luther King going through a period of discouragement and depression for days, his long face darkened the family table and dampened the family's home life. One day, his wife came to the breakfast table dressed all in black as if she were going to a funeral service. When Martin asked her who died, she replied, "Martin, the way you've been behaving lately, I thought that God had died. So I came prepared to go to attend his funeral." Her gentle but effective rebukes drove straight to Luther's heart. And as a result, the great reformer resolved never again to allow worldly cares, resentment, depression, discouragement, or frustration to defeat him. By God's grace, he vowed that he would submit his life to the Savior and reflect in the grace of his Spirit, and would rejoice at every challenge he encountered. I went like, wow! What the heck did that come from, man? So if you remember, Phil's 6-point secret to being successful and having this life turn around for you health-wise and vitality-wise and that, you'll remember that the area that I'm supposed to focus my stuff on is that triangle that has in it cellular health, spiritual strength, and mindset. And yes, the spiritual strength for me may be Christ and God. For others out there, it may be other things. But we do have to understand there's an energy that put that verse there on this date. I didn't go to that thing and open, close my eyes and open it randomly, I went to the date, that is March 27th, and that date says that story on it. How did God know I needed to hear that last night? I remember, and the tools overlap to what we do and how we become successful. because you remember Tony and I have talked a great deal about As a Man Thinketh. Well, my title today is Dreams and Discouragement Are Sparks. Because, and As a Man Thinketh, because that led me to start to thinking, we all dream of being a superstar, right? We all dream of being a superhero. We all dream, especially the guys in this group that are your coaches. We dream of being significant in people's lives and make things happen. They're just unbelievable. We call ourselves healers and agents of positive change. That's who we want to be. We're putting that into the universe. So, and As a Man Thinketh, it says, dreams are the seedlings of reality. I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm sitting on the beautiful beach right here looking back because I couldn't let it go by. 55 days go by. Maybe Tasso Talks ends on Sunday. Couldn't let it go by without coming to the beach on one of my Tuesday, Thursdays. So got to get down on the beach, walk, stretch a little bit. I said, you know what? It's really windy down here. I'm going to try and catch the shade or some of these buildings to take away. And hopefully you guys can hear me just fine. So, but we all dreamed of being superstars. But look around you. Everything you see was a dream. It started as somebody's dream. Think about some of the people who are great dreamers in our society. Okay? Einstein, Gandhi, Walt Disney, Stephen Jobs, Mandela, Mother Teresa. Everything that has occurred before is a dream. Well, you know what a dream is? That was their future memory. That was their future memory that they had to put. They had to take that thought, make it very clear, and put it into action and create outcomes that came through. And just like the story of Martin Luther King says, that I read just before here, there's going to be discouragement. You're going to get hit in the face by the reality of things trying to discourage you. But what you have to do is understand the power of your gratitude and your thankfulness and that dream going forward. I don't know how many of you remember the 96 Olympics. Unfortunately, the 96 Olympics were overshadowed by the bombing and stuff that went on up there. But Celine Dion had a song then, and here were the words to it. The song was called The Power of the Dream. Deep within each heart, there lies a magic spark that lights the fire of our imagination. Your mind will take you far. The rest is just pure heart. You'll find your fate is all in your reality, in your own reality. Now there's a final verse, I'll talk about it in a moment. But, in the Bible, Jeremiah 29 says that, for I know the plans that I have for you, and to give you hope and promise. There's our bungee strap, folks. If you're biblical, it's biblical. But I'm sure you can look through wherever you think the center of your energy is in your universe, and you're going to find the things that tell you the same thing. That when you hope, when you dream, when you put them into writing, there's something about putting them into writing that all of a sudden you can go and create things that are unbelievable. Take time every day to imagine your best goal, your best dream, because that's what's going to power you. That has to be an ongoing, everyday thing that you think about and you go for. Set aside everything that's out there that discourages you. That was my last night before I went to bed, and that was my this morning when I woke up. Is I had to sit there and I had to go back. And it made me reflect. It made me reflect on March 15th, 1965. I'm a young man in Daytona Beach, Florida, and my mom has a restaurant, and I'm starting to become a little aware of the world because I'm, 11, 12 years old. And I look at the TV, and Martin Luther King is walking in Selma, Alabama. And although I had many dreams of being a hero or a superstar or a superhero like Superman or Batman, I didn't know there were other kinds of heroes. I was just starting to realize there are other kinds of heroes in the world. And when I remember looking at the TV, and who was there? Archbishop Jacobus of the Greek Orthodox Church of North and South America at the time. He was walking to the right of Martin Luther King. He was the only white guy in the camera shot, walking with Martin Luther King. I said, man, that's my faith. That's my leader with his dream to be part of that dream. Go back today, take a moment, read the I Have a Dream speech by Martin Luther he gave in '63 in Washington, D.C. How did he overcome all the discouragement? How did he overcome all that? He had a dream. If you read the dream speech that he gave, it's articulate, it's penned, it gives, you can smell it, you can feel it, you can live it. Is your future memory that good? Is your future memory something that's going to change the world, not only for you, but for others? Because your dream will change your surroundings. We need the spiritual strength, we need the mindset, and we need to keep healthy. We've done all those things. The 55 days to the best you has given you that template. It takes your action. Well, let's think about it. It takes your thought, your actions to produce those outcomes. Hopefully, tomorrow afternoon we'll see the reigniting of the space program here in Florida, and I'll probably sit somewhere just like this and look off at the pier over there in the distance, and just over the pier, I'll see that big old rocket go up with this big flame. It's a fire of inspiration. I remember Red Skelton. My mother used to tease me and said, you know, Bob Hope and Red Skelton are going to die. You need to go out to Hollywood and be a comedian. Too bad I didn't listen to her. Maybe it would have been funnier, right? And I remember he had these characters, Gertrude and Heathclips, two seagulls. So Gertrude and Heathclips are sitting on the runway, watching these F-16 jets come off. And Gertrude looks at Heathclips and goes, "Heathclips, you can't go that fast or that high or that powerful." He says, "I could if my ass was on fire like that guy says." So let's put our butts on fire today. Let's dream our dreams. Let's put those thoughts on that paper. Let's create that future memory. Because long after the 55 days, you are going to create wonderful blessings for everyone around you. God bless. Have a great day and make it a tremendous Thursday. God bless.